Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Ford Line. I am back this week with the edit. I hope you're well and having a nice weekend. The selections of patterns this week fall into the slight, maybe the wet your pants territory of great. They are so delicious, all of them. I think you're going to love them. So I'm going to get started. It's just, I'm like almost too excited to I just want to get going. Anyway, first up, big pattern release. This came out, I think arrived in the UK. It's been out a while on PDF. The Closet Core Patterns Phoebe Coat. It is sensational, this pattern. It's so great. So, important things. Paper only for this one. That's a good start, solid start for this week. Sizing is a UK 6 to 34, which is amazing. So they've expanded their paper size range finally, which is lovely. So there are two different variations for this coat. Let's have a look at the line drawing. You can see that you can make it long or short. You can either have it with patch pockets on the front, or you can have kind of little inseam pockets. It's double-breasted, and you can see it's this amazing sort of cocoon shape. Great. It's designed to be really kind of boxy and oversized. I think it looks beautiful. Little details that I have really enjoyed when I've been kind of basically dribbling over it is that the sleeve has got shaping in as well. So I find sometimes with these kind of boxy, oversized, dropped shoulders sort of coats, the sleeve then is so big that I look like I'm drowning in it. Whereas when you've got shaping on the sleeve like this, I think it then makes it look kind of more elegant. It really is just, it's incredible, isn't it? And I love it in that sort of check tweed, which is just lovely. I think that's the kind of perfect sort of fabric for it. And as usual, they've got it on a great range of people, so you can get an idea of how it's going to look. I love the tartan version as well. The fabrication of which you'd expect of them, the fabrication is really great as well. It's just fabulous. So if you are looking for a coat, definitely have a look at this. Just add it to your list to look at. Even if it's not for you, just go and look at it because it's absolutely beautiful. I think they've really nailed it. I haven't had a pattern from, actually no, just this one really has got me excited. So that is the first one, excitingness. Next up, another absolute banger. Matchy Matchy on the deck, pop over. I guess it could be worn as a jacket, it could be worn as a jumper. Did anyone have one of these back in the day? I definitely had something like this. Hooded, buttoned down, kind of boxy with that kind of kangaroo pocket at the front. It's just very, very nostalgic for me. Maybe it's just me. So there are two different styles. You can have it with a hood or without. There are two buttons down the front. Then there's a seam kind of that runs across the middle of your chest. And then, which obviously then the kind of pop over bit kind of sews into. And then you've got the front panel, kangaroo pocket. There are then two buttons at the side. So you can kind of, I guess, seal it up. That's not the right word. Two buttons at the side so you can do them up or have them open depending on what you like. But it's designed to be quite boxy, this pattern. And I just love it. It's just great. And it's called On the Deck, so it's got definitely sort of nautical nods to it. I haven't done any of the important stuff. I've just got too far into this. So sizing is a UK 6 to 38 and it's PDF only. There is obviously, we offer copy shop printing for the pattern sheets if you cannot be asked to stick it all together. That is there for you. The other thing about this is you're going to get really good at top stitching. And I love that they've made it in a kind of coloured denim, which I think it really suits. It needs something quite structured, like a kind of thick canvas. The other thing that I thought would look really nice in this is, have you seen those Merchant Mills wax cottons? They would work perfectly for this. So if you want something that's going to be probably not like full waterproof, but like shower proof, or they would look great in that as well. I think it would work really nicely. I just think it's really clever and beaut. So if you haven't seen it, go treat yourself, have a look. Next up, we've got a new pattern from Noodlehead. It's called the Plover Pouch. I think this is so useful. Now, anyone who is thinking, I'd like to make some Christmas presents, I know I'm saying the C word, this is a really nice, I think this would be a really nice pattern. So, important stuff to note, it is paper only for this pattern. It comes with 3 different options, so you can make them in basically 3 different sizes. The thing that I really liked about them is that in the inside, if I show you a picture, it's got 2 little pockets at the side with kind of a mesh fabric so that you can kind of put some of your smaller toiletries in. But I feel like this is a useful thing that pretty much everyone would be quite chuffed with at Christmas. And if you can't, I mean, if you're like me and not nice enough to make people presents, you can make one for yourself. I just think they're great. You could use them for toiletries, you could use them for like yarn projects, or, you know, storing some of your sewing tools. I mean, the list is endless with the options for this. So those are there. I think this one's going to be a really popular pattern. I think I can just, you know, sometimes when you just know, I just feel like everyone's going to really love this one. Next up, we have got a pretty sexy coat pattern from In the Folds. It's called the Almond Coat. I really love this. So, sizing on this is a UK 6 to 44. There are 2 different size bandings, so just make sure when you're selecting you've got the right one for you. It's PDF only, and again, we've got pattern sheet printing, copy shop printing if you cannot be bothered, because especially with the coats, there is much more and more pieces. The only thing I'm just going to, we'll have a look at the line drawing and talk about it. The one thing to note is that there is a slightly different cut for patterns G to P. They've put in a dart up at the top there to kind of help with shaping. So that's just something to note. That's the kind of tweak, the only difference between the kind of 2 different size bandings. So raglan sleeves, seam down centre back. It's got buttons down the front. I really like both variations. I think I'm probably swaying slightly more towards the shorter jacket, which has got a kind of workwear feel to it. You can see on the shorter jacket, there is the placket underneath, which is stitched down and kind of forms part of the kind of detailing on the jacket. Nice big pockets. It's an absolute banger of a pattern. So if you're looking for anything like this, it's definitely worth having a look at. I really love both of them. Actually, they just look great. Then a really great pattern from French Navy, actually, the Huxley dungarees. These are PDF only, and it comes in sizes UK 6 to 34. These are kind of a real classic dungarees. They're quite tight fitting actually on the leg, which is nice actually, because we have had a lot of wide-legged ones for a while. So I quite like something a little bit tighter is good. And if I show the line drawing, you can see it's got all the kind of classic details that you'd expect from a pair of dungarees. Bibbed front, pocket at the pocket as well, stitched in waistband. Then it's got buttons down each side so that you can kind of get in and out of the trousers. And then that sort of detail on the back where the straps meet, which I like as well. That kind of feels more into the kind of men's workwear dungaree kind of feel, which is great. So those are there if you'd like them. We also have the hardware, so the Merchant and Mills dungaree clip bit. So if you want them, we've got those as well. Next up, a magazine. We've got Selve Edge magazine, issue 121, and the theme of this release is adorable. That's what the magazine is called, and it's kind of exploring the phenomenon of cute, which looks really great. I'll show you some of the pictures inside. I think this will be a really fun issue. and there are lots of interesting articles in it, as there always are. I think it's going to be really good. It feels like it's going to be a really fun issue. So if I read a little bit to give you an idea of what's inside. A fascination with small and childlike miniaturization, mini-me mother and daughter dressing, and the slippery softness of the petroleum plushies. Cute takes forms in different regions and can be represented in the familiarity of folk culture, Laverian mittens, Scottish bonnets, and Mexican piñatas. So it's going to span, like with everything with Selvage, it's always kind of wildly well researched, and there's loads of interesting articles. So if you're looking for a sort of autumnal treat, this is definitely worth checking out. And then last but not least this week, we have got a bra pattern from Primrose Dawn. It's called the Corey Bralette. They always produce patterns with lots of different options, so they're usually quite versatile. This is a kind of in this kind of active wear department, I would say. There are 3 different options in terms of the neckline. You can have a high scoop, a low scoop, or a V-neck, and you can see on the back it's a racer style bra, and you can have it just kind of cut straight across. You can have it with hook and eyes. You can have a scoop back as well if you want it cut coming down a bit lower and you don't like the racer style. And there's also the scoop back with a hook and eye as well if you want a bit more kind of structure around you. It looks like it should be a really nice pattern, and if you're in the market for something like that, definitely go and have a look because it looks like a good one. So that is it from me this week. I felt like I got so excited that I might have rushed through those, so sorry if I was going a bit fast. I just get overexcited. I hope that was useful and you found something nice. In fact, I know you will, because it's such good stuff this week. Anyway, we'll be back soon with another video. Have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye.